Hello, everybody.
Oh, are we live? Fuck.
Yeah, we are.
Damn, can I see the screen?
Oh, well, you could on the Twitch.tv.
Fuck that, I'm busy.
There you go. Ba, 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 ba. Hold on, I'm trying to open up the package of cookies. It's out. Okay. I don't know where I left off here.
As per standard Nathan Drake, we are in a ancient building, a ruined building, being shot at.
Heal. So yeah, no. I figured we would pick this back up and continue the series. I was thinking to start a new game, but I'm like, you know what? I started Uncharted, there's no reason why I can't finish it.
I mean, there's reasons why you wouldn't want to finish it, because for those who aren't aware, the original Uncharted is kind of rough.
Yeah, but I already beat the other ones off camera, so I don't want to just...
The good ones.
Yeah, I beat all the good ones off camera.
Unironically, like, if you have the means, play Uncharted 4. Even if you haven't played any of the other series, play it. You'll thank me.
Oh, damn it.
Also, if you're a fan of Monkey Island, play Uncharted 4.
Yeah, there's like little hints and references to those games, right?
Well, one of the pirate lords, like, that is referenced repeatedly is, like, while they can't call him out by name, is very clearly Guybrush Threepwood.
Awesome. I hate that he comes out of cover to shoot someone that's right over there.
That's how the game's mechanics are designed. Don't think about it too hard.
Oh, well, I'm busy. I'm gonna get some ammunition. I have 69 headshots. One more than you do. I'm just gonna see if there's any ammunition. Yep, there we go. Scream 6 comes out tomorrow.
It does. I'm very excited.
Yeah, this is the first time I've been excited for a Scream movie since... ever. Even Scream 5, I was kind of like, you know, at first I was excited, but now I'm kind of just like, whatever. But, of course, I saw it and it was very good, so...
I do think it's interesting. I personally like it a lot, but I do think it's interesting how divided some people are about Scream 5.
I feel like that's the strongest of the sequels so far. Oh, hello. Nah, I'm gonna keep my pistol. Where do I go? Yeah, no.
Where do we go now?
Where do we go? Hold on. This is beforehand. Oh, staircase. Don't know why I didn't notice that before. I know I mentioned it in the first episode. This is very obviously the game Naughty Dog did directly after Jak and Daxter. Because, like, even though these are very realistic-looking people, it still kind of has that Jak and Daxter feel to it in some ways.
Well, I think it partly comes from the fact that, like, at this era in game, in visuals technology, it was easier to make something look cartoony and good than realistic and good.
They're very good.
100%. There were a few games that really could do realistic and it worked.
So even when the games tried to do realism, they added, like, slightly cartoony elements to it to soften it.
What the fuck? Am I missing something here? Am I high?
I mean, are you?
I'm not.
Interesting.
Oh, and I died. Oh, never mind. Caught myself.
No, Tim, you're sitting in front of your TV. You're not dead. You're just high.
I'm not high. I don't think I've ever
the
been high
evidence
on...
would indicate otherwise.
I don't think I've ever been high on camera. What was I thinking? No, it's just like there's something very rubbery about the way Drake moves that kind of reminds me of Jack and Daxter.
No, I get what you're saying. Again, he's designed to like look to the viewer like a real person, but he's designed with slightly like more flexible and cartoony elements to him.
Yeah.
Because it makes him easier to work with and animate.
Wait, why would I want this gun? Oh. Alright. Where are you, you bastards?
So I've told you how I've been watching a lot of What Happened, the Matt McMuscle series.
Yeah. The better half of Two Best Friends play.
And I recently just watched the episode about PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Oh god, that game. Yeah.
And, well, so one of the things that's always brought up about that game is how weird some of its roster picks are. And they kind of shed light on that in the video where, like, even the studios themselves have talked about the fact that, like, this was not our first choice of lineup. Like, you have to understand that. But a lot of circumstances, both, like, within and without of their control, like, just, like, made the dream team impossible.
Well, who was in the original lineup that they've named?
Well, one of the big, like, that they wanted, or that, like, people say was weird that it was there.
The ones that the developers wanted.
Well, so, like, there was obvious ones like, oh, Jack and Daxter, that makes sense. Like, oh, Nathan Drake, that makes perfect sense. But then, like, the Big Daddy from BioShock, like, he's not really a character that's associated specifically with PlayStation at all.
No.
Like, that series was not even remotely exclusive to PlayStation. What's that about? And then some of the more obscure characters like Fat Princess, and like, as much as people love him now because of the remaster, Sir Daniel was kind of like, oh, okay, Sir Daniel's here.
I mean, that's fine, though, because again, he was a PlayStation exclusive character, so it's fine.
But as for characters like that they wanted that didn't happen, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Lara Croft, like, all characters that have a history with PlayStation but aren't in the game. And that each of those is like an issue relating in different ways. First off, Crash Bandicoot. Activision was asking for basically a ransom to have him in the game. Spyro the Dragon. Skylanders was at its peak, and they were kind of phasing out Spyro and didn't want to give him renewed limelight.
I see.
And Lara, semi-similar thing. They were in the middle of working on the Tomb Raider reboot to bring it up to its modern iterations that we know today. And they didn't, and Leidos didn't like the idea of putting 90s Lara Croft in a game when they're trying to rebrand the character.
Totally fair point. But even at that point, maybe just bring in the new Lara, but I guess
well, the game wasn't, like, even close to out yet, and they didn't want to do that either.
I guess. That's fair. Shit, my dick.
Also, in its original conception, it wasn't even supposed to be a fighting game.
Was it a party game, or...?
Yeah, it was a, like, competitive platforming game, party game.
That's fun.
It just so happened, like, you could attack your, like, enemies while you, like, your opponents while you were playing. But, eventually, like, shit shifted around behind the scenes, and eventually, like, it got shifted over to being a, like, Smash Bros. Style fighting game.
Which, granted, that made sense.
One of the biggest, like, ones they wanted to get but couldn't, was Cloud, or really any Final Fantasy representation, because for most of its 3D existence, it had been pretty associated with, for a long time of its history, it had been pretty associated with PlayStation 7 especially.
Yeah, exactly.
Problem is, Square was very protective of Final Fantasy characters, and the team developing PlayStation All-Stars was pretty new. And Square was not comfortable trusting, like, their characters to that new studio.
Again, totally fair.
What was the other one? Oh, right, Snake. I can't remember what the deal was with Snake. Well, they had Raiden. I think that's like it was just a matter of like they insisted on having the new like at the time protagonist for Metal Gear, even though Snake had like basically his entire 3D history was on the PlayStation.
True, but also I think him being in Smash Brothers might have been a contributing factor.
I don't think this had happened at the time though. Maybe I'm wrong, but
what year did All Stars come out?
let me check. Hold on.
Because Smash Brothers either came out in 2007 or 2008.
Because he came out in Brawl.
Huh.
Let's see. Brawl came out in 2008. Okay, yeah, never mind. He was already in Smash Bros. Because All-Star came out in 2012. Jesus. And then, like, they did eventually get around to doing DLC, and, like, you got some that made sense. Also, two members of the base cast that I forgot to mention, three members I forgot to mention that did also make perfect sense. I'm not going to mention all of them because there are others, but, like, Sly Cooper, Cole from Infamous, and Parappa the Rappa. Those all make perfect sense for them to be there.
They're great characters, and they belong in that game.
But then, like, again, they had DLC waves of characters, and the last pack of these characters was Zeus from God of War,
Weird choice.
which made sense, because, again, they had Kratos in the base game, and that also made perfect sense, and Isaac Clarke. And to me, at least, that's another Big Daddy situation. It's like, Isaac really isn't PlayStation associated at all. I think y'all just, like, got a good negotiation on this popular character. It's like, we'll take him.
There we go. Thanks, game, for giving me a hint once I figured it out.
Let's see, what was the, like, full roster for that game?
I'm trying to think. Kratos is in it.
We got Kratos, Parappa, Fat Princess.
You got who's the clown from Twisted Metal?
Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, Sweet Tooth, classic.
Colonel Riddick from Killzone.
Man, that's not a popular franchise.
At the time, that made sense because Killzone was pretty big on the PS3.
No, it's totally fair.
Sly Cooper, Nathan Drake, again, perfect sense. Cole McGrath, Evil Cole McGrath. That felt like roster padding, having a second Cole for Evil Cole.
Oh no, 100%.
Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter. Yeah, Big Daddy feels really out of place. Oh, and this was another choice. DMC Dante.
Yep. I forgot about
the one everyone hated.
You know what it is? It's the fact. It's like how with Dead by Daylight and Mortal Kombat, when they got Freddy Krueger, they had to use the latest design for Freddy.
Oh, they had to do their reboot. Yeah, I know. I get that. It was probably out of their hands which design they used. Heihachi Mishima from Tekken.
Wouldn't be my first choice, but fair enough.
Noriko? I don't know who this is.
What does he look like?
No, it's a girl. Oh, she's from Heavenly Sword. Okay. And Raiden from Metal Gear. Sackboy. That made stupid amount of sense. At the time that game came out, Sackboy and like Little Big Planet was PlayStation's bread and butter.
Yeah, those games are stupid popular.
Sir Daniel, Bike from Ape Escape.
Yeah.
I know I've seen this character, but like I've never actually seen the game. He's from Toro Inoue, the little cat meme thing. He's from apparently Together Everywhere. I've never heard of those games.
I'm sure I've seen the character.
Doko Demo Isio is the like Japanese title for the game.
I wouldn't know.
And that was the base cast. For DLC, we have Cat and Dusty from Gravity Rush.
Hell yeah.
We have Emmett Graves from Starhawk.
Okay, fair enough.
And we have Zeus, and we have Isaac Clarke.
Isaac really is just a weird choice. I mean, I'm not mad.
Again, it's
just...
Big Daddy all over again. It's like you got a popular horror character, but it makes no sense for him to be in this PlayStation-centric fighting game.
Wait a minute.
You know who should have been?
What's so
Leon S. Kennedy, Pyramid Head, and literally any character from either Silent Hill or Resident Evil.
We also know of 4 canceled playable characters. Dart from The Legend of Dragoon.
I'm not familiar with the franchise.
Apparently, it's a franchise that, while it has a decent cult following, PlayStation refuses to ignore it now, or to acknowledge it nowadays. Abe from Oddworld, I would have liked that a lot.
That would have been awesome.
Ryu from Ninja Gaiden.
Oh man.
And Tombi.
Who?
I don't know. Tombi.
Kind of want the shotgun for a bit. The freaking Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, okay. Tombi is from an old PlayStation 1 game. I've seen it before.
I'm sure if I saw it, I'd recognize it. Is it the... No, it's not the one I'm thinking of. The Ninja Gaiden reboot. God, that game was supposed to be fucking great. Like, hard as dicks.
I feel like the elements for a good game were there. It's just a lot of behind the scenes and mismanagement, just piled against them to kind of hurt them a little bit.
Alright, cool. Yeah, no. I mean, granted, I didn't play the game, because of course I didn't. Despite having a PS3, I was just like, nah, this looks bad.
I didn't have one, so I only ever played it at a friend's house.
I had a PS3, and... I mean, I think I had all the major consoles from that generation.
What's this?
Which is weird, because I didn't play most of the big hits. I think the 360 is where I played all the big hits. I didn't play a lot of the PS3's big hits. I didn't play a lot of the Wii's.
I remember my first game on the Wii. Chicken Shoot.
Was it? Oh yeah, you told me this.
Again, I think my parents were just trying to give us some game to go with it, but didn't really because it was still a fairly new console. We managed to get ours pretty soon into its lifespan, which I'm very thankful for. The consequence is my parents didn't really know what games to pack with it. Or if that was a pack-in. It could just have been a weird pack-in choice with the game, but yeah, Chicken Shoot. Of course, we also got Wii Sports because we're not savages.
Well, you don't have a choice with the Wii.
I do remember, since we mentioned him earlier, and now we're talking about Wii, I do distinctly remember I, once upon a time, had the Dead Space rail shooter for Wii.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that. Was it
That's
good?
such a bizarre sentence. Oh yeah, Dead Space on the Wii, but it's a arcade-style rail shooter.
I mean, I guess, no, there's no real excuse for that. Just a bad idea.
I mean, I'm sure it was just it was a creative way of dealing with the technical constraints of the Wii, I'm sure.
There we go. It's funny, as I was telling you this, I didn't grow up with Mario Galaxy, so playing Mario Galaxy now on Switch, it's like, this is a weird game. Does not really...
Because the way the motion controls work between the Wii and the Switch are completely different, so I wonder if that causes some translation issues.
For me, it's also just, I don't really like moving around on the galaxies or the smaller planets. I'm just like,
I don't know what we can do for you, because that's one of the core gimmicks of the game.
That's the thing people go ape shit over with the game. It's like, oh my god, this is so cool. I'm like, this kind of sucks. And it's definitely just a me thing. What did I get on the fucking Wii's launch? We got, well, Wii Sports, of course, because it comes with the console. I'm trying to think what came out that time. The Billy and Mandy fighting game. And I killed myself.
I didn't have that, but on the PS2 I had Ed and Eddie the Misadventures.
That was a really good game. At least I remember it being a very good game. I haven't played it in
I was gonna say, who knows? Our memory is kind of shit in that regard.
Now that I think about it, there were some controls that I thought were a little funky in that game.
I also had a Kids Next Door game on the PS2. I can't remember what it was called, though.
I think it was just called Operation Video Game.
I think it was, yeah. It actually, as soon as like I thought about it for a second, I was like, was it literally just called Operation Video Game?
Yeah. Look, they didn't have to try too hard with that one.
What else did I... What other weird cartoon tie-in games did I have on the PlayStation? I had Jimmy Neutron Attack of the Twonkies.
Oh, isn't that the good one?
Maybe? I don't remember. I remember enjoying it. I couldn't tell you many details about it, though.
I had a lot of friends who had that game. It's funny because I think the only third-party game I ever played on, in terms of Nickelodeon games, was either Nicktoons Unite or...
So Nicktoons Unite caused some fights in my house, because I have...
Hey, Kevin.
Hey.
Kevin, did you ever play Nicktoons Unite?
Yeah.
I was just explaining, it caused some fights in my house, because I have two younger brothers, and we would always argue over who got to play as Danny Phantom.
Of course.
Yes. I have a confession to make.
Oh?
I did something cringe.
What did you do?
That's nothing new.
So Twitter released a post, or TikTok released a post on Twitter being like, hey, gaming creators.
Oh, yeah, you told us about that.
Yeah,
So you actually, like, used it?
I made a post.
No, that's not cringe. When you're literally it's like a promote. It's like a promote here, like tab on anyone's server. Like its whole purpose is for you to use it. That's not cringe.
Oh,
That does not mean I'm still not consumed by the cringe. It still does not eat me inside.
Kevin, you regularly add to TikTok. You've already lost to the cringe.
Tim is currently stumbling his way around the ruined Spanish fortress that makes up like a good chunk of this part of the game.
Yeah,
I remember because I remember like spending most of my experience playing the first Uncharted before I gave up in this fucking fortress.
I have 2 stories of work to share from this week. Do you want the short one or a series of bad jokes?
Oh God. Consider me
Kevin,
curious.
you do what your little heart desires.
Alright, let's start off with the very awkward sitcom joke. So, apparently the higher-ups had a meeting called, like, we have, like, what is it? It's like, I forget what it's called. It's like diversity, equality, and, like, inclusion. Or DEI for short. Or something like that.
That name
So they had that kind of meeting, and so one of the higher ups is talking to my basically like my boss's boss, pretty much.
Yeah.
And my boss's boss mentions, "Hey, I'm a big fan of technology, and I got and the like this guy's like the top of like where I work, I think." So
I'm already seeing a red flag from I'm a big fan of technology.
You should go work for Quarter Digital.
No, that's what my boss told like them. They're like, oh, sorry, that's what my boss's boss told. Nathan's not doing too hot. His boss told this guy, who's basically the highest of ups, that like I was a fan of technology. And, like, this guy kind of knows me through, like, my father. So I get So my boss's boss comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, I got a present from basically the highest of ups. Here you go." And I get a multicolored like a basically a key tool, like a switchblade for like chargers. Like it has every single charger.
Oh god, it's like when my parents don't like. It's like when your parents don't really get your interest, so they just try to like get you a gift without asking you, and it's some awkward shit.
Here's the thing: it's from the DEI meeting, so it's all rainbow colored and stuff.
Hell yeah!
So I get this gift.
multi-charger said gay rights.
So I got this gift. I think you already know where the story is going. And I'm just like, why did he give me this gift? Because I had no context to this whatsoever. Like, this is my first time even, like... So here's a gift. This is where I'm introducing to the story. Here's a gift for you, Kevin, from the highest of ups, and it's a rainbow charged cord. And I kind of turned to my coworkers, I'm like, why am I getting this gift? And then my coworkers look at me, he's like, does this guy think you're part of the rainbow?
Kevin, he thinks you're a little fruity. I don't know how to tell you this.
And, like, the real answer is, like, he just, like, someone mentioned that, like, I'm a fan of technology and I got it. But for the longest time, we're just like, does this guy think I'm...
Yes.
I mean, I think I've told this story. I don't know if I've told it on stream. I won't go into the details. But is that worse or better than when a pharmacist thought I was trans?
Probably worse, because the pharmacist is like a doctor.
No,
they're not.
Ken, did I not tell you this story?
I don't think you did.
So
okay, but this is great. You're gonna love this.
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying
keep
your
the
story
details
is worse.
sparse for politeness sake. Long story short, I had to run to the pharmacist to pick up some estrogen pills for a family member, due to just like regular like medical issues, like nothing crazy. But at the time, I went to do the pickup because they were busy and I'd offered. And so at the time, I just go to the pharmacy counter. I say like, I'm picking up a prescription for a woman's name. And at the time, my hair was a little longer, maybe shoulder length. I hadn't gotten it cut in a while.
Oh, no.
And at one point, the guy refers like to me like with like female pronouns, like or like he calls me ma'am or something. It's like that was weird. Must have been a slip of the tongue. And for the record, I forgot to mention the most important part of the joke. I didn't know what I was picking up at first. So it's only afterwards when I get back and like look in the prescription bag, I realize this man thought I was trans. This man thought I was getting like hormones.
Yeah. I knew your story was worse. I was like, oh man.
Oh my god, that story won't crack me up.
Oh, that was At least he was nice, right?
Oh no, he was super polite about it. It's just like I can never like clarify this misunderstanding.
Yeah.
No, never.
But no,
This man just thinks I'm trans, and there's nothing I can do about that.
But no, the funny part was one of my coworkers is like part of, how do I say this, is part of the rainbow. So we just thought like someone told this guy one of us is actually like part of the rainbow, and he was trying to guess who it was.
Every time Kevin refers to being part of the LGBT community as part of the rainbow, it's
Is
just
it
like
worse or better? I don't know.
It's neither. It's just like
It's
are we talking about freaking LGBT stuff, or are we talking about Skittles here? What's going on?
It's the rainbow.
Oh my god. Oh hey, you got 50 kills, congrats.
Thank you.
You've
Oh,
committed
thank you.
over 50 murders. Congratulations.
But no, and so like, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but I do sometimes joke with people like I'm such an ally. I was a trans woman without knowing it.
Yeah. You see that white cloud at the end of the rainbow? That's me. I'm sorry, did that...
That's actually the straight allies. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
Yeah, no, it's... God damn it. No, that's how I joked to my coworker. I was just like, Yeah, I'm part of it. I'm that white cloud at the end that, like, the rainbow comes from it,
What is it? Look, straight people who are like, well, why don't we go Street Pride Month? Look, you guys already got the Toyota-thon. It's fine. I took that joke from probably Tumblr. I'm not sure.
It's not wrong, though.
Have you ever met a gay person driving Toyota? I haven't.
Yeah.
That's why I drive Ford.
I've got a Jeep.
By the way, I just want to say earlier in this playthrough, I keep getting this game's controls mixed up with The Last of Us because I just beat the second game.
And they are both Naughty Dog productions.
Yeah, but reloading in that game and reloading in this game are very different.
I imagine, yeah.
Because it's right... So if you're not aiming the gun, right trigger is the reload in The Last of Us. In this game, it's right bumper.
God damn it.
What? What'd you do?
My head made a stupid joke, and
Go
I don't
ahead.
know whether or not...
You know what? Maybe text Jack and see if it's okay.
Alright.
I can't look at it right away. Give me a second.
Wee.
No, it has
Wow,
nothing to do
this
with
is fucking
that.
shit.
My head just... It's sort of like one of those days where jokes will pop into my head, and we just kind of went with it for, like, my entire shift. Like, I'll get into a second.
In a second. Ooh, I found something.
Or English.
It's not even a good joke. It's just like...
Whoa.
Whoa, I don't know what any of that means.
Fletcher, we have gone to the
It's
great
a
town.
map.
I pray that you
He's a
will lead us
knife.
there. Francis.
You know what? So you remember when
Wow.
21 Savage came out and... Actually, let me double check
What were
something.
you plotting?
Also,
Let me make sure.
real quick, remind me. This is the first one is the El Dorado one, right?
I believe so, yes. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Sorry, I'm currently Googling something.
You're good.
Okay, so... would it be inappropriate to make jokes about the knife crimes in England and 21 Savage? Because he has a fucking knife tattooed on his forehead.
I don't know, Kevin. I honestly don't. Sorry, he
Kevin,
messaged
text
me
me
the
the
joke he
joke.
was thinking of.
Kevin, text
Yeah.
me the joke.
Alright,
Okay, wait, let me pick up some
I'll
ammo.
just take a snapshot and put it in the weekend. I'll just copy and paste
The
it.
Weeknd. Oh, I love his music.
Oh yeah, no, that's...
I loved his Halloween Horror Nights house.
Oh yeah, I heard it was really good.
I don't actually know. I didn't go that year.
Wow, goddamn it.
That must be Drake's tower.
Excuse me. Taking a sip of a beverage. And Kevin, you sent me a joke I'm getting shot at.
Don't worry about it. God damn it, stop sending me
no,
memes. I'm in the middle of...
no. It's like in GTA 4 when you're in the middle of like a shootout and Roman will call you to go bowling or whatever.
Not now. I can't make dinner reservations right now. I'm fighting the bad guys.
Isn't that like a Geico commercial?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
It sounds like one, doesn't it?
I don't know. It's some insurance company. I feel
No,
like.
yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Like it's like this like stereotypical action scene, and then in the middle of it, he gets a call. It's like, "Who is it?" It's like, "Hey, sweetie, I was wondering if you wanted chicken palm tonight." It's like, "Mom, this is a really bad sign." I killed myself. Oh, I
No, you're
didn't
still
kill
alive.
myself. Look,
You can do it. You can make the landing. Yeah.
I made a landing. While I'm doing this, let me see. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Kevin.
Yeah, it's one of those things where my head was just like, this is... I can't tell.
Yeah, let's put caution.
Yeah,
to
there's
this.
a reason
Err
why
on the
I
side
did-
of caution with that
Don't
one.
worry. Don't worry.
Kevin, I think that joke actually would get us canceled.
It probably would, actually. I was just like...
Maybe not that one. I think we've
I
made
don't know, I
worse
just wanted to
jokes.
scale them back. No, we have too many, honestly. If they ever catch me... No. But yeah, probably, honestly. I don't know anymore.
I don't know anymore.
But yeah, no, my brain has been on the frequency of if there's a joke in my head, like, I'll say it, because that's what we basically did at work today. My coworker and I played a fun game that they did on Whose Line Is It Anyway, where it's like things you can say at the workplace, but also in the bedroom. And we realized there's so much that you can do at our job that
Sounds sexual.
applies to that.
Well, it's like one of my favorite bits from that show when it's things you can say to your dog but not to your wife, and Colin Mockery is just like, come.
Actually, that's funny. It's like, because we started doing this game for a long time, and then one of the regulars shows up, and it's just like, oh, I'm sorry, we're out of that. And he's like, yeah, don't worry, I was here earlier. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot you come in the morning. And then I just slowly crumble, because we've been playing this game for so long that I didn't register what I was saying. And then my coworker turns over to me, he's like, what was so funny? I was like, I forgot you come in the morning. And then she starts to laugh. And then there's, of course, the obvious, would you like some extra... I think I wanted to say, would you like extra yogurt, but I said it, prepare for extra yogurt. There's nothing you can do.
It's a threat.
You want all of my yogurt, baby?
I'll give you a double scoop. I got it. And then my coworker was really proud of the next one. It's time to restock the peaches. I think that was my coworker's one that she completed. It's time to restock.
There we go. No, I don't want that.
But yeah, no, that's what we did all day. So if I'm a little tired, it's because I kind of wasted all my social energy on that today.
On making dumb innuendos at the smoothie shop.
Yep.
I made it.
God damn it, there's so many.
So many smoothies, so little time. So little.
I think the usual is the shortest and the most condensed joke you can make. The usual, right? And then, of course, the obvious one, how many apples can I fit up my ass?
3.
So what
An actual quote from work, by the way.
I don't want to know.
My coworker apparently heard that twice, and I was like, who are these people you're hearing it from?
Ships never left.
What if we fucking... We've done a few
Oh,
matches.
god damn, it's a vlogger.
No, don't be mean to her. That
How did
killed
she
me.
not hear that explosion?
I don't think that's relevant to the situation.
I
How?
think the more relevant question is, how I'm in a jail cell.
Oh yeah, I guess she heard the explosion.
How'd you get yourself in this mess?
Trying to rescue you, as a matter of fact.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh yeah, shoot to kill. Finally, he's unconscious. Let me just stab him real quick. No, that's stupid. Let's take him to a jail cell. Well, why?
My show, episode 4, Architects of the
Also,
Universe.
you don't have subtitles on?
Fine, Kevin.
Let's take a tug to pull these bars out.
Oh, did that not work?
No, it did. Just hold on.
No, wait, are you sure?
Sometimes when you turn subtitles on, it takes until the next line of dialogue to
Wait,
kick in.
hold on. What is wrong with all the... Are they writing in the accent?
I don't know. I kind of want to do a parody of the quote-unquote elevated horror movies. Movies like The Babadook and all that shit.
Sir Francis was in my line of work.
I hope you realize the irony in that when we were just talking about Scream 5 before we started the stream.
Yeah, fair enough. Does
A
Scream
movie
5 really...
that does directly take shots at elevated horror.
Yeah, but that's just dialogue. That's not the same.
Die now.
I guess,
help
but-
you, and die later.
They do make fun of it just because it was a Jenna Ortega who was just like, yeah, you know, movies like The Babadook, they're actually scary. Which, by the way, Babadook is not scary. Every person I met who told me The Babadook's the scariest movie they saw that year, I was like, yeah, you're kind of a pushover.
Oh, Tim, do you know the mechanic of this game, by the way? I don't know, like, you're not actually taking damage, it's like Nathan Drake's luck meter.
Yeah, that's how they do health in this series.
Cool. I didn't know, so I just thought I'd drop it.
No, you're fine.
I think that's a fun way to, like, think about it, because, like, again, if you are going for realism, it doesn't make sense that, like, this guy who is just a normal guy with no special abilities, can just shrug off bullets at one after another, but basically say, no, he's just not getting hit.
However, what is worth questioning is how is this man able to get away with the amount of murder he commits?
Piracy. Like, gosh.
I mean,
This was
granted,
before anti-piracy laws, Tim.
Can they charge him for murder if they never find the bodies?
can they charge him for murder if it's in another country?
Or on an unclaimed island somewhere in the fucking Atlantic?
Yeah. But I mean, but wait, he's in England in the third game. He kills plenty of people in that. But also, I think it's just a situation of, look, we just want an excuse for these fun action set pieces. We don't really care.
Ah, yes, my favorite. The... oh shit. Really, Tim? You might actually get in trouble for this title.
What?
You put a curse word in here.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
That's not a curse word. What are you talking about?
Uncharted is a curse word. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Tim, what is a shard?
It's a shit fart, but that's not the same thing.
Yeah, but it's still implied shit, which is not
Okay.
good for...
Okay, Kevin. Well, heck is implied fuck.
Well, it's implied hell.
Yeah, hell and fuck. Heck.
No, heck is not fuck. What are you talking about?
It's literally hell and fuck combined.
Oh. Holy shit, this actually... this makes too much sense now!
How are you two only learning that now?
I don't know, I always just thought
I'm
of heck
sorry,
as PG hell.
Look, I only knew it as HE double hockey stick or heck. I didn't realize that it also meant fuck.
Hector.
But
heck.
then again, I guess hecking makes sense now, I guess.
Yep.
Holy shit. It's
Hector.
hell and fuck.
Heck. Can I call you hell? Can I call you fuck? It's a lot of dip. Kevin, trust me. I think you'll appreciate my choice of title compared to what my original idea was gonna be.
I don't approve of anything.
I was originally gonna call this "Cum Sharded," but I decided that's a little too much.
You know what? I think you're right. I think Twitch moderators are now like scrambling to figure out whether or not we're okay to continue.
Dude, just like put some like Crash Bandicoot music over this, and it'll fit right in.
No, there's no polar bears here. There's no stupid nitro boxes while you're running away from a boulder.
Yeah, but we're running away from something in this kind of camera angle in the middle of the jungle.
In a naughty
Yeah,
dog
but
game.
like, here's the thing, it actually doesn't matter what's in front of you.
Dude. I mean, in some cases it does, in other levels of Uncharted, but that was cool. What did I watch? Ooh, I watched Hitman's Holiday, the second fucking Accident Man movie. That was pretty good. Accident Man is basically budget John Wick.
Oh.
Okay, budget John Wick meets The Mechanic. It's got Scott Adkins and Ray Stevens. And I don't actually know anybody else in the sequel, because the first movie had all the big name actors in it. It had Ray Park, who you guys know better as Darth Maul. Michael Jai White, Amy Johnson, and yeah, that's it.
Dang, this is a sturdy bridge.
Well, it's doing its job.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys? Well, I told Jack this. Kevin, did you know the Penguin HBO show is currently filming in New York?
Here, grab my hand.
There's this film about the penguin?
Well, it's
yeah.
a show.
You okay?
Yeah.
Like, based on the Batman version.
Goes with the territory. Let's get the hell out of here.
Like the Colin Farrell Penguin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From the most recent movie.
Going somewhere?
I don't know if they have any sets built up in New York. I'm guessing they're doing a lot of location shooting.
Yeah, I imagine.
I bet you're working for them too.
What?
You thought you could set me up and keep everything.
Man,
for
that
yourself.
Spanish Ford that took up most of the game.
Damn it! This guy's crazy.
Eddie, take it easy, buddy.
Alright, so
You're out of luck now.
I know I told Tim this, but Kevin, have you heard about Bob Odenkirk's brave next project?
Give me that.
What?
Oh yeah.
Actor Bob Odenkirk is gonna star in a remake of The Room. Not just for shits and giggles, but for the benefit of a charity that fights AIDS.
We'll hand it over.
It's actually very sweet of him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I told this on stream. I went to a midnight screening for The Room.
I swear we talked about it at some point.
Did we? Alright. Well, I met Tommy, so that's all that matters.
He was in a box.
He was in a box. Well, okay, granted, he was in a... Oh, wow, you weren't kidding. This really is in most of the Spanish fort.
I told you.
I thought we were done with that already. Wow, we're still
No
here.
more Spanish Fort.
You know, he had freaking, like, those cubes that they have for retail workers during the pandemic. Just because I guess...
A little plexiglass box so that people don't cough on him. Or touch him.
Well, that's the weird thing. He gave me a fist bump after the picture. Like, he leaned out of the box to do it.
Okay, so that sounds like Tommy's agent insisted he do it.
Yeah. He was a cool guy. I mean, he's Tommy, so he's fucking weird as shit, but... But oh yeah, really nice guy. Really fun Q&A. He's just as incomprehensible in person as he is on screen.
Well, that's reassuring, honestly.
I'm trying to figure out a Spanish word that rhymes with Knox, so I can call this like Fort Knox, but not Fort Knox.
Just Google like forts in Spain. There's plenty of them.
I guess. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's not like. I guess I'm being stubborn about this. Really, I could call this an actual fort, or I could call it Fort El Noxo.
Fort Tigre.
Fort Dorado.
What else do we...
I made a joke.
So Jack, what was that thing you were telling me about with the thing where it's like, we'll give you a car if you date our son?
Oh yeah, no, someone posted a billboard where if you go on like
I should have turned back on the
a
bridge.
like quote unquote date with their son to like help bring him out of his shell and build his confidence, they'll give you like a 2005 Toyota with like only 2,000 miles on it, or
What if I
4,000
told you
miles
that's...
on it.
Okay.
What if I told you that's the setup to a movie that's coming out this year?
Into the colony.
So it's like a fucking guerrilla marketing campaign.
It's either that or
Had to have come through
it's this
Pure
is based on a
coincidence.
true billboard.
What was that?
What?
Rewind it.
It's a movie starring Jennifer Lawrence where it's this
There.
girl who's like, yeah, I'll
I
do it.
thought she was going to be in a movie coming soon. Huh.
Are you
Yeah, it's that movie.
Maybe you hadn't noticed, but we're kind
and the
of
kid's
outnumbered.
just a fucking hot holy mess, and she's like, I don't know if I can actually do this.
Corpse on my conscience. Let's go.
Oh, please. You quit if you want to, but don't use me as an
Thank God.
excuse.
The best thing to come out of the Biden administration, the rise of 2000 shitty comedies
Are you coming
in
or
the
not?
2020s.
You're just gonna forget about
You mean
treasure and forget
the
about
renaissance of 2000s shitty comedies?
Damn it, this is
Yes.
worth dying over.
I mean, we have Champions with Woody Harrelson, which doesn't look that good, but
Listen, either way, we have to head
it looks like a worse version of The Ringer.
Don't worry about
Which
it.
is already a movie
We'll
that,
argue about it
ugh.
later. It'll be
Well, The
great.
Ringer itself is like really
No.
good.
Wait.
Well,
No,
okay.
it's very much made like tongue in cheek, but like it's a movie I hate describing to people because they look at me with like a certain way.
The difference is I feel like this movie, the people will actually be right for giving me that look. Because it's very much like he's got to deal with these disabled athletes. It's like, this doesn't sound as fun, actually. Like, unless like it turns out to be really good, then I'll check it out. Unlike Cocaine Bear, which is I just fucking hate Sean that barrel.
Man,
Cocaine
Wave
Bear
Race
was a-
64 looks way worse than I remember.
No, I don't know. I need
Well,
to
at
get
least
Wave
it's not the
Race.
Kraken.
It's on the N64 emulator on the Switch.
Oh, I played it for a bit. It was a lot of fun, but I want to own it. Like I love owning physical copies, which
I get
is
that.
kind of
I
useless.
do remember, I think Wave Race has like a special like name in games for the technology they use to render the water. Where apparently that was like really impressive for its time.
I mean, I'm
If I'm
sure.
remembering correctly.
Come on.
Nah, I
The
saw
way
that
you
were
like have
barreling,
yourself like
Oh, wait, is this jet ski a Jaws reference? Look at the name of the jet ski.
Well, I didn't see it. What is it?
Orca.
Orca.
Maybe. That'd be fun.
The way you had like your wave racer like perfectly parallel parked with like the archway, I thought you had to do the Austin Powers K turn for a second.
One of the greatest jokes in fucking comedy film history.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was close.
What else is coming out that looks good? There's another fucking mid-budget comedy I want to check out. Oh, Paint with Owen Wilson. Damn it.
No, that looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's just Owen Wilson playing a Bob Ross type whose career is going down the shit.
Sorry, I was just thinking about Diddy Kong Racing music for a second.
Nah, what was it? It was funny when we were in senior year at Champlain. I remember a buddy of ours, Doug. We were in one of the classrooms editing our projects, and I was like, "Hey, I have an idea." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "I went on to like the main computer, and I just on all the TVs in the classroom, I put on Joyce of Painting." And he's like, "What are you fucking doing?" I'm like, "Just trust me on this. Just trust me." I've never seen a group of people, because there were other people there too. Never seen a whole group of people so relaxed in my life.
I can imagine.
There it is.
Yeah, now we just gotta find
Oh, so Kevin, I do want to apologize. You were still at work at the time. We tried the new Mario Kart courses last night,
You don't suppose that
Please
Oh.
don't tell me about that stuff.
I'm just
but we
That's
have
fine.
big news.
something bad happened.
We're getting 5 more new characters after Birdo.
Yeah.
Well, how
Nice.
do you explain
If we don't get Diddy Kong, I will riot. If we don't get
Right.
Funky Kong, I'll be very upset, but also I understand that it might be a little more difficult to get him.
Looks like that cable would get us up.
You know what would be fucking wild?
Check it out.
I'll stay here and keep an eye
For the
on
last new cup in the booster course pack, for its final track, make a new Rainbow Road based on the movie.
That would be
Actually, I
fucking
saw the new
cool.
trailer. It's dope.
I saw the final trailer came out today, and it looks really good.
This movie's gonna be fucking banging. I'm telling you guys.
I've never.
I will be the first to admit I had a lot of doubts when this movie was first announced. Like, oh, they're making a new Mario movie. Who's making it? Oh, Illumination? Really? That's who you chose?
Well, It's funny too because I think Nintendo forced them to delay the movie to fix some parts of it.
Oh, I fully believe Nintendo's been very hands-on, and that's stopped a few of Illumination's isms from showing their face.
Do I think we'll get like a few of them here and there? Of course.
Oh, the Toads are definitely going to have some hints of like, oh, they tried to Minions these guys, didn't they?
Well, yeah, of course. And I think, well, frankly, the Toads are way better anyway, but...
Because I've always thought that Illumination's artists clearly have such a talent for making these like bright and visually stunning like environments and characters. But then the writing, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I was given a chance to write for Illuminations, I would want to bring in my own crew and not work with whatever they have.
I don't even want to blame like specific writers because I feel like the fucking executives probably have a hand in all that.
That's probably the case, which is just unfortunate. But I think they knew they had to really hunker down for Nintendo, because that's a big partnership to fuck up.
Man, I can't believe you're fighting twins right now.
I know.
You killed his twin right in front of him.
Don't worry, he'll grieve when he's dead.
My brother, we were quintuplets. Just wait until me and my family get here.
And then you find out his dad looks exactly like him, and his dad's like a fucking octo baby. What the hell
Wait,
is this?
his dad being the Octo Baby?
As in he's saying like it's Octo Babies on top of Octo Baby.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, that... You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm not saying, like, the Pratt voice is perfect, because it's far from it. I'm a little more confident with it now.
Frankly, I think I said this when the first one, like, when the first trailer came out, it's like, yeah, it's jarring right now. I guarantee in a little while we're gonna have forgotten all about it.
Yeah.
Well, even then, I think, like... Oh, I think that one clip they showed at the Game Awards made me realize, okay, this is a good voice. It's not great, but it's good enough.
It's passable.
Does he sound like Linda Belcher? Yes. Is that fine? Also,
Bobby!
yes.
I can't do Linda.
It's a little late in my house to be doing Linda, so... Chicka bow wow.
But speaking of Bob's Burgers,
I was about to say, not during... I don't want to get canceled for that again. Actually, we'd be banned for like 5 months, and then they'd be like, alright, you're fine. But like, man, we're not... Actually, you know what? Since we're not very popular, they just outright ban us for that.
What were you saying, Jack?
speaking of Bob's Burgers, there's one audio clip from that show I've seen going around TikTok a lot recently. The toothpicks.
Tim, I think you're supposed to go outside, like,
I
go
think
straight
so
and then drop.
too. But then he said yard trimmings. You gotta learn to listen, Kevin. Oh, yeah, you're right. Look at that.
I
I'm
thought
sorry.
that too. But then he said yard trimmings. You gotta learn to listen, Lou.
Oh, I made it. Oh, no.
Oh, I made it. He made it. He's on a very small, undodged platform. Now I can finally shoot him. Fuck.
Ah! Damn it. Damn it.
Dang it.
Alright, so I am supposed
hey.
to be here. Am I supposed to go up?
So, like, Tim, do you know the clip I'm talking about?
I'm not familiar with that bit, no.
Oh, try
Basically,
dropping
like,
and then moving
oh
on.
my god, it's... Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, so
Oh, I didn't
it's
see that
the
part.
scene, like, the scene is like, the health inspectors, Bob and the kids are all, like, back in the kitchen, while there's, like, this one, like, greasy-looking dude up front who, like, they're questioning, like, is he a pedophile? He looks like a pedophile.
yeah.
And,
That's,
like,
I think that's
the
from the
kids,
first
like,
episode.
the kids are, is it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Well, because that's like that's the burger of the day, the pedophile.
Well, and the kids are, like, debating, like, who's gonna go take him his food, like, who's the hardest to abduct. And they try to send Tina out. And Gene says, and I'm just saying, I'm quoting the show here. It's because you're autistic. And Bob's like, your sister's not autistic. Yeah, she is. Here, let's do the toothpick test. And Bob's like, don't do the toothpick test. Why not? Because that just involves me picking toothpicks off the floor. Gene throws 3 toothpicks on the floor. Tina, how many toothpicks on the floor? 100. And Bob even stops like, what? No, there's 3. And Gene throws another one on the floor in addition to the other 3. How many now? 3. Tina.
Jesus Christ, I love that show. Granted, the first episode's also, by most fans, considered to be the worst one.
I feel like a lot of shows like that are just finding their footing in like their pilots like that.
Well, they even said when making the first episode, they made a lot of decisions just so that the Fox executives would be happy with it. And then once they were clear from the pilot, they're like, cool, we'll do whatever the fuck we want now.
You can't fire a gun off of that, right?
Oh, hello. It's not a gun, but it's something.
Oh, it's a flare gun.
No, it's a grenade launcher.
Wait, that little thing?
Yeah. Kevin, flare guns don't blow up like that.
Oh. So that's why they didn't show up. You know, I was wondering about that. That was a very awkward camping session.
Oh, I just got your joke, Kevin. It had to sit with me for a second. Like, what are they talking about?
Yeah.
Goodbye.
On the bright side, we had deer that night.
Damn. Hold on. I'm looking at the McCorkle
oh,
stuff.
hold on, there's a hint.
A hint after I've died. It's a Clint hint.
Hint. You just press the hint, it's like, you have a gun, you fucking idiot.
Well, the game actually never... I mean, if they did mention that, I was not paying attention.
They probably did.
Weights? Probably did, I just wasn't looking.
Honestly, I was just sitting there, you're like, man, you're being shot a lot and you have no way to defend yourself. There has to be a way to defend yourself. And then I was like, you can probably fire a gun, right?
And the game is, like, even better than a gun. It's a fucking grenade launcher. Like the one from Terminator 2.
It's like, Doc, you don't have enough... Doc, we're going to need a gun. Marty, where we're going, we don't need guns.
Doc, that's a grenade launcher. Doc, are you...
But not a gun.
Doc, are you a war criminal? Yes.
Well, that depends on your definition of war criminal, Marty.
I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the context to that.
Do we need context?
Well, it's just like that scene where it's like, Doc, there's not enough road, except it's with a gun. That was the setup. I didn't say it at all.
We understood the joke.
I know,
Yeah,
I
we
just
got
still
it.
went right into the bit. I realized I probably shouldn't have done that. It sounds like a college humor sketch or something.
College humor. I prefer Dropout.
Yeah, I do.
I've heard the most recent episode of Game Changer is by far the funniest fucking shit.
Is it a game changer?
Kevin, have I explained this show to you before? Like,
I don't think I have, actually.
so basically, like, are you familiar with what Dropout is?
I know that the people from Drawfee were originally from Dropout or College Humor, one of the two.
What?
Well, so College Humor went bankrupt. The remaining people with it have since reorganized to form Dropout. Get it? College Dropout.
Yep.
And it basically functions like it's weird to call it a streaming service, but I guess that's technically what it is. Like, for like $3 a month, you get access to all their content, but they still post a lot of stuff for free on YouTube.
Oh my god.
And this includes a variety of shows like Dimension 20, their D&D show, which is fantastic.
Oh,
And
my friend really likes that show.
it's really good. And then Game Changer, which is a game show they do. Oh, they also have actually, which I find very funny.
So it's Adam's show, from what I'm guessing.
But
yeah.
but Game
no,
Changer
better,
is hosted
probably.
by Sam Reich. And the whole bit is like every time they have 3 contestants on who are like they're other creators at Dropout, like former college humor people. And the idea is it's a game show where the rules change every episode, but you don't know what said rules are until without you have to play to figure out the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, is this about the guy who keeps losing?
No, that's
Brennan?
Puppet History. That's Puppet History. That's also a great show.
No, yeah, different show. But no, like a great example of this is for one episode, like spoilers for an episode of Game Changer, but it's one of the ones that's like free on YouTube. They roll out. Did I do something wrong? I didn't do something wrong. They roll out this machine with a big old light bulb on top of it, and they basically like start asking the contestants like real questions about themselves. And when they answer truthfully, the machine lights up green, and when they answer untruthfully, it lights up red. And so they start to assume, oh, this is a lie detector game. Got it. But then later as the episode goes on, it's revealed to the audience, and then later the contestants themselves, that it's not a lie detector. It's actually each of their significant others behind that, like with a remote.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
One episode, the whole gimmick was to like do embarrassing things for money, and like you could underbid somebody like to take over the question. Like for example, like they were told like one of them was like 25 of your ex's posts for blank amount of money, and then it went back and forth of like just like undercutting each other until someone did it for an unfortunately small amount of money for what that's gonna do.
Oh no.
And then just Sam takes their phone and starts going down that person's list and just like. And at the end they ask, when's the last post on there from? 2008. Oh no.
That's evil. That's actually evil.
But the most recent one, I'm just going to tell you the title, because if you have Dropout, or like get the free trial or something, go watch this episode. It's called Escape the Green Room.
Oh my.
I want to know.
It's just, my gut tells me it's just an entire maze, but everything is green and it's hard to tell walls
No,
from edges.
Kevin, in this kind of stuff, green room isn't literal.
Oh.
In like production, a green room refers to like a dressing room, basically.
Oh, okay, I see.
Like just a room where like the people who are going to be on set can like prepare themselves.
Okay, I see. You know what? Now I want to do that. A literal green maze.
That's what hedges are, Kevin. That's what a hedge maze is. I'm sorry. That was a really
I'm starting to
lame
think I might be colorblind.
Kevin.
Never
What's that
mind.
bit from New Girl where they
I
find
can't
out...
tell that joke. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Was it Schmidt who's colorblind in New Girl?
I don't know. I didn't watch New Girl.
I was going to be like, oh, hedges are green? I thought they were blue, and then I was like, I can't. I'm not color. It's funny. One of my coworkers is actually colorblind. So for the longest time, I'd be like, oh yeah, can you... Yeah, the orange one is like nut-free. He's like, what's orange?
Shut the
And I'm like, oh no.
Well, I had a coworker. I probably told the story on here before. I had a coworker when I was working on Sex and the City, and fucking,
Yeah.
we were
I
looking
should
at
clarify first that when I say what's orange, it's not like he doesn't know what color it is. It's just that orange is a different color for him. I should clarify that before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel like that involves clarification. Like, there's just some colors that are different to people.
No, yeah.
It's not
But,
black and white. That's
I was
something
gonna
totally.
say, like, weird necessary clarification about colorblindness. They don't just see black and white like what old cartoons made you think. No, they just, like, certain colors blend together and they can't distinguish them very well.
exactly. But yeah, no, we were just like going through like the scenic area by like all the people who were painting stuff, and he was checking out this one girl. And he's like, man. And by the way, keep in mind, this girl has like purple hair, like fucking like violet hair or whatever. And he's just like, man, I love girls with that kind of hair color, man. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's nice. And he goes,
Like,
yeah,
make
you know,
him sound like Steve-O.
he sounds like Steve-O. That's his actual voice.
Hold on, Tim. There's a chain on the wall.
Is there?
Go up there, and then grab that chain.
Oh.
Yank that chain. Yeah. Wait. Hold on a second. Don't yank the chain.
Are you yanking my chain?
Can you not run? Can you not Batman it?
No, it's not letting me. Wait,
Oh,
what's
maybe
it?
you just have to hop to something.
Oh, okay, that works.
I thought you died for a second. Oh, I fucking see. Get it to the middle.
I was stupid. I was the stupid one. So yeah, no, he's like, so yeah, keep in mind, this girl has like light purple hair, right? And he's like, yeah, I love that hair color, man. I'm like, yeah, no, it looks good. And he goes, yeah, you know, I really love green hair on girls. I'm like, you like what? He goes, you know, it's a little weird, but like green hair, it's kind of attractive. I'm like, dude, I think you're colorblind. It's like, nah, shit, yeah, I might be. I've always been told I might be. I'm like, okay. So this motherfucker just casually going through life like that, but, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing
Another
wrong
one.
with it. I
Okay,
wasn't sure whether
DJ Khaled.
Well, was it Logan Paul who had the whole video about being colorblind?
Oh,
Yeah,
well, no, he made a
he
whole
faked
show
being
about putting on
colorblind or
those,
something.
like, colorblindness correcting glasses.
Yeah.
And he's just, like, really overacting the whole damn thing.
It's like it's like his
But, like,
multicolored.
also, like, he was trying to, like, tell people, like, he believed his parakeet was, like, one solid color.
Yeah, it's like Maverick's yellow. It's like, dude, no, your bird is like 5 different colors.
Also, thank goodness for
Like,
convenient
just
ledge
playing it up
grabs.
in a way where a lot of people were pretty sure he's not colorblind in the slightest.
Yeah, like if he just didn't do any of that shit, we all would have probably believed him.
Yeah.
I don't know what streaming service I was on. I was just looking around to see what movie I wanted to watch, and his shitty comedy movies on what's either Hulu or Paramount Plus. I can't remember which
Oh,
one.
you got my hopes up. I thought you were going to say The Thinning.
Not that one. Airplane Mode, a movie where it's all about him fighting his fear of flying.
I'll say this.
Oh, you watched it, didn't you?
Me and my friend saw clips of it. Airplane Mode, from what I've seen of Airplane Mode through like the clips and everything, Airplane Mode is like a disgusting blemish on what comedy is.
Oh, damn, Kevin.
Kevin's
Kevin's
not
coming
fucking
out
holding
swinging on
back,
this
and I'm
movie.
here for it.
Like, it's just so gross to me, and it's like so like, how do I say it? There's being funny and there's being mean. This whole movie, oh, you didn't let her in. Open the gate. Oh, this is that scene where it's like, Kevin, open the door.
gate.
Hold the door. I know what you mean. Like, there's edgy humor, and then there's just being an asshole.
Yeah, this whole movie's about being I told you guys about one scene from that movie, right? Oh, she's fucking dead, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, I'd hope not, because she's a main character in the series.
Well, she's currently dead. In this timeline, she's mostly dead. I think you gotta get up to a window or, like,
Listen,
open it
Sonny,
from...
there's a big deal between mostly dead and all dead.
Tim, I think you can just shoot the lock.
No, nobody's gonna
There it
acknowledge
is.
my Princess Bride joke?
I didn't know it was from Princess Bride.
Find a way to the
Yeah, it's Miracle Max.
Wait, she's fine. What the... She's fine!
Yeah.
Where do those guys come from?
What the fuck?
Oh, I guess there's, like, some guy who's waiting for you to get super far away from her. It's like a sniper. It's like, you're always in the way of the shot until you leave far enough. Wait, where'd she go?
I don't know.
Well,
What?
if we get shot, we're going the wrong way.
God damn it.
What the
What's her name? Elena?
Who is this one guy that keeps finding her?
I mean, maybe I'm the idiot. Which, yeah, it's totally believable, too.
I think we're all, well, first of all, it's like, oh my god, you know what it is? She probably has, like, a hitbox radius where if you leave that radius away from her, she dies.
I think so, yeah.
So she's not in any danger whatsoever. It's just like, if you ignore her, then she just dies.
Still seem to be in good shape.
Oh, Tim, I totally forgot to mention. You remember earlier how I was talking about, like, there's been a few occasions where they've tried to give Sandman costumes in the comics, and
Yes.
it always looks terrible. I only showed you the version from when he was in the Wild Pack. I didn't show you this one.
16th century Spanish? Not just a grave robber after all, huh?
Right here. Gold statue. Weight 20.
Wow, that's trash.
500 pounds.
Right?
That's gotta be it.
They have attempted so many times to give Sandman a costume that's not just his striped sweater, and every time it's looked terrible, so they revert back to the sweater.
What is...
Huh. That's the last entry.
I keep forgetting what the deal behind this treasure is, but I guess we'll find out in some episode.
Oh,
With El Dorado?
yeah. I guess you could say that.
Yeah, we don't think we need spoilers, we'll find it out eventually, but I forgot what the deal with this treasure is, because...
Don't I
It's
Oh,
the...
I'm fucking thinking about the Tomb Raider movie where it's actually like a disease.
inherited.
That's not the Tomb Raider movie.
Greatness from small.
No, it's a Tomb Raider movie.
His motto.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, but Kevin,
yeah.
that's what it is in this.
9th of January.
It's a sarcophagus. It's a golden sarcophagus containing a disease.
Recently died.
Wait, what are these numbers right here?
No, that's also the Tomb Raider movie, the new one.
Panama.
Oh,
Is it?
that's how you
Did the
It
new
is.
Tomb Raider movie steal the plot of Uncharted?
Left this as
The
a-
new
Is that
Tomb Raider
actually-
movie
can
is
someone
sold
back
back to
this up?
Uncharted.
For someone clever enough to figure
It's
it out.
like this Empress sealed herself. It's probably not the City of Gold. It's probably something else having to do with like some kind of myth. But like I think here's what I think it is. It's like some Empress from like I forget which like country, but like I think it's I'll double check it, but like it's an Empress. She has herself sealed away because she has a flesh-eating disease, and it's infecting everybody around her.
Wonderful.
Oh, shit.
And it turns people into zombies.
Of course it does. And again, this is still what El Dorado does in Uncharted.
Did they get the movies mixed up?
Right?
No.
Like, I need you to, like, Google this movie and fact check yourself, because I'm honestly now wondering, you've made me wonder, did Tomb Raider just blatantly steal the twist to fucking Uncharted 1?
Which would be very ironic.
I was gonna
No,
say,
I swear to God.
they look at fucking, like, oh, well, the Uncharted movie's not gonna use their own plots, we're gonna borrow them.
Hold on. I need the plot synopsis. Where is it? The wiki would tell me, right?
Sure.
The 2018 action film, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at.
Well, I say yes, like you're not the one who's introduced this concept.
Yeah, no, it's the 2018 one. I have to make sure I get it right, because it's the, it's... Sorry, I saw Geneva written in this, and I was like, what about the Geneva Convention? But no,
Geneva
the
is a
screenplay was by
place.
Geneva. Roberts and duet, and I saw Geneva, and I was like, what?
Janine Garofalo?
No. Okay,
I hate
plot.
her movies.
Laura Croft makes a living as a bike courier. She's arrested after a collision with a car. Richard's da-da-da-da. She's like urging Lara to like, oh yeah, it is like she goes into her father's like mansion, looks around, finds her father's notes about Himiko, who is the queen of Yamata or Yamatai, who has the power to command, who is said to command power over life and death. So it's not the City of Gold. It's about immortality. So I was wrong on that aspect. So I'll take that back. It's not the City of Gold. I just thought it was the City of Gold.
In Uncharted, it's also not a City of Gold, because, for the record, El Dorado is literally just Spanish for the gold. And so, basically, Uncharted posits that it was not the name of a city, but rather just the game they assume is a statue, but they later find out is a sarcophagus.
Yeah, is that which is it this Uncharted game or?
Yes.
Yeah. Is Trinity a thing in Tomb Raider games? Because that's what they introduced, like this big mega corporation.
I don't know.
Well, it might be in the
Obviously,
reboot
Trinity's
games.
like trying to take it to like create a bioweapon or something.
Of course.
I have no idea. I haven't played the reboot games in a while. They're really good, but yeah.
It's weird because she actually finds her father, who is not dead.
That is weird, because in all of the games, he's fucking dead as shit.
Well, I mean, he's dead at, spoiler alert, he's dead at the end of the movie. He basically sacrifices himself to blow up the corpse of this dead queen, who turns people into zombies, because she's like an asymptomatic carrier of a virus.
Did Tomb Raider predict COVID?
Well, it doesn't help that, like, this island is apparently, like, she has to go to Hong Kong to find, like, this person. But I think that's a different... Fuck, that's a different... My bad. I fucked up my geography. Never mind.
Good job.
God damn it, geography. Here's the part that confuses me and why I thought about this. It takes place in a jungle, and I'm like... yes, there are jungles, but I was like, I could have sworn it was about the city of... Maybe I'm getting my... Yeah, I think I did get my games crossed over.
You think you just, combined the memory of the two?
Yeah, because this game takes a lot of places in, ruined forts and jungle.
On the other side of the
So
harbor.
I got them crossed.
Hey, you know what?
Because they're looking for a lost city, too.
Swing around and come back and pick me up.
Well, see, that's the main difference here. In this game, you find the lost city at the start of the fucking game. It's just when you get there, the gold is already gone.
Yeah.
I'll be safe.
Yeah, but no, it's like, this one they're looking for the corpse of a dead queen, because she has the power over life and death, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't sound like, why would I ever look for the dead body and think immortality, you know? But no, that's the plot. They're like, oh, this dead person who says to have power over life and death. Yeah, let's go find the dead body, you know?
You just reminded me... I can't remember if this came from this, group text or not, or if this is something I saw elsewhere. It was people talking about in D&D. They based this off of a certain film. I'll see if Tim can guess it. You find an ancient Book of the Dead. It's written in a long dead text, and the player who found is like, I'd like to use comprehend language to understand the writing. Sure, give me an intelligence save. It's like, okay, I will, but I think you didn't need that for just using comprehend language. You don't. That's to check if you're dumb enough to read it out loud.
Is it Evil Dead?
No, The Mummy.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
You know what? I guess that is what that, I don't want to insult the I don't forget her name, but the actress that does it, that's what she did. And she's like, oh, hey, this ancient, powerful Book of the Dead. Let me just read it out loud casually. And that's what
Well,
kickstarts
again,
the
she was an
entire movie.
archaeologist. She didn't think that shit was actually going to do anything. You'd
But
be nuts to think that.
No offense to everybody, but like, yeah, in movies that shit happens, but that's like, you know, not real.
Sounding like a real Randy Meeks right now, Tim.
What are you saying?
No, I'm not like what you just said, but like the idea of like someone like not being able to understand that logic doesn't necessarily apply to real life.
But you know what? I guess, like, unintentionally, they did steal the plot to this game because they're searching for a treasure.
Because that's what Laura does.
Well, yeah, but no, they're searching for a treasure that actually is a virus.
I mean,
And
that's
they don't know
coincidental.
what it is. No, actually, I guess Trinity knew the whole time, blah, blah, blah.
What's this now?
But yeah,
Wait, that's not one of Eddie's.
Ooh, an M4. I'll take that.
oh, damn it, you sunk my battleship.
And by that, I mean, shot me to death.
I'm sorry, you said M4, so I was like, damn it.
Oh. Fuck you. Ooh.
God, I'm doing a dungeon in Final Fantasy 14, and it's like, God, the tank's really low health. Did I miss something? What's happening? Is the healer like struggling? And I look over at like the health bars and I say, oh no, it's just that the tank has 4 vulnerability stacks, 5 vulnerability stacks.
Oh boy.
Stop! He's already vulnerable! It's like,
I mean, I'm shocked he's not dead yet. I should probably give him my Phoenix buff just to keep him alive.
it's like he's not even like vulnerable in the sense, it's just like the boss is emotionally damaging him. It's like, wait, I'm healing him, why aren't these vulnerability stacks going away? And the boss is just psychologically damaging him. Oh. Oh no! I'll be safe from the gunmen behind me, behind these crates. Oh, hey, Ted. But, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just super... I have ADD brain. I'm sorry.
My son, no have ADD. He just likes to jump.
What?
Oh, you didn't see that Pedro Pascal bit on SNL? The Latina mom?
Oh, yes, the was it the Latina mom or something like that?
Yeah. My son, no have ADD. He just likes to jump.
Oh god, that fucking sketch is so good.
It really is.
I mean, that's actually just one of the better SNL episodes overall. Like, as
Because
a
Pedro Pascal is a fucking funny person.
well, because it's the mindset that I've learned recently with SNL hosts that when you get a host who wants to be there and is really excited to be there, you get a good episode. Sometimes there's some exceptions,
Then you get Elon.
but well, because Elon, he's an interesting cat because he doesn't really have talent.
Elon in a courtroom dressed as Wario is hilarious, just not for any of the reasons he wanted.
I threw a grenade. Then again, I
Yeah,
guess I'm
well,
being
you know what?
stupid.
Fuck you.
Kevin, you know, this is exactly like that fucking, like, Pokemon thing. I'm just like, hey, why don't you just... Hey, you know, Ice is actually super effective against Dragon. You should try to use an Ice type, see if that helps you out. And then you're just gonna be like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it my way. And then I forgot about how overpowered Pikachu is in Let's Go Pikachu. Like, why would you use any other Pokemon besides Pikachu or Eevee in those games?
I will use
Which,
grenade
by the
here.
way, apparently they released Roaring Wake and, whatchamacallem? Iron Leaves. I just haven't gotten around to doing those challenges.
Wait, those are out yet?
Yeah, those are out. They're in Mega Raids.
shit.
I do feel like, as much as like I'm happy to see more Paradox Pokemon, I feel like Violet players got the short end of the stick there.
Well, I mean...
Oh man, the Scarlet players got Suicune as their Paradox Pokemon. That's so cool. Who did we get?
Verizon
Virizion.
Wireless. Oh my god, it really is Verizon Wireless now. It's robots.
It really is Verizon Wireless.
Headshot.
We upgraded our Pokemon with the latest 5G network.
Yeah, no, but like... Okay, here's an example of SNL
In
hosts who...
competitive mode, Iron Leaves just crashes your Wi-Fi if you're not on a Verizon internet. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay, sorry, Tim, you can continue.
Well, like, that's another example I had with SNL is just like, look at Tom Hanks whenever he hosts. Like, you get, like, usually a few good sketches. I'm not gonna say every sketch is a winner, because that's SNL's formula.
Yeah.
Their formula is, we're gonna try this to see if it works.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, part of that is, like, comedy. To sit down and lab out comedy is kind of a waste of time, because by the time you sat down and figured it out, the next century is already there.
Yeah.
But, like, I also feel like you should pretty much think heavily about the jokes you're about to make. As
Like,
in, like, could this
Z
potentially
Hospital?
hurt someone's feelings, or could this potentially be used, like,
Maliciously.
out of context very badly, or be taken out of not used, taken out of context very badly.
Well, it's a matter of, like, how malicious is the comedy in question.
Yes.
But, like, even then, sometimes you have to really consider who's the target of said comedy.
Yeah, of course.
Like, making fun of, like, a demographic that's already dealing with a lot of hardships, like, come on, what are you actually doing here?
Of
Making
course.
fun of Mitch McConnell falling down a bunch of stairs? Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
And
Okay,
He had to be hospitalized because he ended up on his back and got stuck.
just like the dumb turtle he is.
It also speaks to a larger issue in the fact that most of the people who run our government are in their 70s and 80s.
I mean, yeah,
You really need to see
they got
this.
the taste of power and they didn't want to let go.
No, Nate.
What are you doing?
A bunch of old men who are going to, at some point, suffer from mental deterioration of some form or another are in charge of the decisions that run our country.
Yeah, that's who I want running my
Hello.
country. Obviously.
He's alive.
Just fun reminder, Mitch McConnell almost died of polio as a child. But first of all, that's how old he is. Second of all,
How much do you trust this guy? It's not exactly like they're holding him.
and the government funded everything to make sure he didn't die.
It seems weird.
And now he's cutting costs within the government to take care of people in the same manner.
He's getting the
What's that
best
you?
health care our
Seems a
money
lot
can
of
buy.
things, but he's not a backstabber. Which way were they headed?
Northish. Yeah, towards the mountains.
Between him and Kissinger, well, I mean,
Monastery.
I don't really know much about Henry Kissinger. I just
What
know
if it turns out
he's
working
like
with
the
them?
joke of like, how the
We
fuck
could
is he
rescue
not
him,
dead?
or we beat the crap out of him. Hell, I might just.
And it's not like the Queen of England where it's like, oh wow, she's been alive for so long. It's like, no, why the fuck is he still alive?
And
Oh shit, people are shooting at me.
You know-
What's up?
I was about to say, I feel kind of the same way when I look at all the things I eat and I sit down and I think about it. I'm just like, how the hell did I survive?
I mean, you eat pretty safely, all things considered.
What do you mean? I basically have like no nutrients in my life except salads sometimes and I guess some pastas and like I
Wait,
guess
hold on,
technically
Kevin. You do realize you just said, I don't eat any nutrients, I just eat salads.
sometimes like occasionally when there's
Kevin,
Caesar.
Yeah, Kevin, that still has a lot of nutrients in it.
Like,
Even if it's
if
a
you want
fucking...
them to be
yeah.
healthy, just go a little light on the dressing, and there you go.
Well, just because you have a lot of dressing doesn't mean it neglects any of the other nutrients. It just means you're also going to have a lot of fats. Faster sugars, yeah, I can't
Yes,
remember
let me
which one.
just dip my salad in chocolate syrup. That will negate its effects.
I mean, that would just ruin the flavor of the salad.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think about the salad's feelings.
How does something like
What?
this happen?
See those scorch marks?
Uh-huh.
Somebody put those marks
I
with
do like a
gunpowder
good
and
Caesar
pulled
wrap, though.
If DJ Khaled was
That's what you
vegan,
said.
do you think he would have made
really
some
falling.
DJ salads?
I have
Yeah.
to believe so.
A nice, like, fruit salad, maybe. Yummy, yummy.
I can't hold on. Give me your other hand.
DJ salad! Fruit salad, yeah! Yummy, yummy.
Yummy.
DJ Khaled on the next Wiggles soundtrack. That's my favorite part about DJ Khaled. He doesn't actually do anything but like produce music and then just throw his name on the song.
Oh, shit.
Like he's not a rapper. He doesn't really make the music. He's just kind of there.
Dang it. How is Mary Jane gonna get her story out now?
She does not have a red enough hair to be considered Mary Jane.
Right? She is very
honestly,
blonde.
How about Vicky Vale? That's a reporter, right?
All right, I'll let him have that one.
Yeah, that's a good one right there, Kev. I don't think most people remember Vicky Vale.
I actually don't know why. Actually, honest, I think it's because of the old Batman movies or something. But yeah,
She's in the
Yeah,
first
I
one.
mostly
She's
think of
also-
her like maybe because I played this game not long ago. She's in Arkham City a decent amount.
Yeah,
yeah.
she's like
Not even in the Arkham games as a whole. Like, yeah, you hear her over the radio in the other ones, but you only ever see her in City.
I never got why she's never been like a big consistent character in Batman. At least not from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Catwoman. I don't know.
Like, yeah, if we're gonna take time for all of Bruce Wayne's potential love interests, she's definitely lower on the totem pole.
Like, yeah, Selina's everybody's like, oh, Bruce has to be with her.
Like, it's Selina, Talia.
Well, Talia, that's like he's kind of forced into that one.
No. Like, I know you're trying to make like an alimony joke, but like, Damien exists for a reason.
It's like I don't know, I didn't really want the kid, but I mean, couldn't stop it. As in, I really didn't want this kid. Like, fuck, would you?
You ever heard the fan theory that Damien's actually Jason's kid?
Yes, I have heard that theory.
Long story short, it's implied in some versions that after the League of Assassins revived Jason, like he spent some years like training with the League of Assassins, and at some point during that, he and Talia hooked up.
I see.
Look, she saw him, thought of Bruce, and she was like, good enough.
You're like the Batman that kills, and that's hot. I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say there is a Batman that kills, but that's the Batman that laughs. So,
Well, he does a lot more than just kill, though.
well, that's my point.
He also laughs.
I was like, that's not
That's
really.
something Batman does not do, because you know Batman, he's like Knuckles. Unlike everyone else, he doesn't chuckle.
I mean-
I literally have a clip on my phone from Batman the Animated Series where he chuckles.
And it's the scariest thing in the show.
No, it's actually not. It's not. It's in response to something he just found funny.
Oh, was it the guy who Joker was threatening to kill? Unless he did this. Yeah, that's a great episode. God, I have to finish watching that show. It's really good.
It really
Who's-
is. It's so.
Who's dumping all of these explosive barrels in the river? That can't
Donkey
be good
Kong.
for the environment.
It's Donkey Kong, Kevin.
Yeah, you can't see it. There's a gorilla off in the jungle chucking those down.
God damn it!
It always no.
At least Pauline's okay. Wait, where's Nathan's axe right now? Oh no!
Oh no. So nobody tell Adam Sandler and Kevin James that Donkey Kong's here.
Speaking of Donkey Kong, and we mentioned earlier they put out the final trailer for the Mario movie. Donkey Kong using a fire flower? That's so weirdly exciting.
Right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
aside from a few characters, we don't really get to see most of them use power-ups.
Like, we saw Peach using one earlier in one of the previous trailers, but it's like, I could feasibly see her using one. You probably could see it in, like, Mario Maker or something like that.
Well,
But
Mario
Donkey Kong?
3D World.
Wait, that minion was dumping the barrels into the water. You just killed Donkey Kong.
I had to.
He was
Ah,
coming right for me with those barrels.
Yeah, no, Donkey Kong using a fucking fire flower? That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's exactly
I think
what I
he's gonna-
wanted in this movie, actually. I wanted to see, like, the fun uses of power-ups.
You think he's gonna have fire punches and make a Captain Falcon reference?
Maybe.
Donkey Punch.
I wouldn't write it out.
Wait, that's
You
not...
shot the guy putting barrels into the water, and there's still barrels in the water.
It's probably another guy.
How many Donkey Kongs do they have hired?
Maybe it's Diddy, you don't know.
Avenging Donkey.
Maybe that was the original Donkey Kong, which is known as like Cranky Kong, I believe. So this
Yes,
is the
it's
actual
Cranky.
Donkey.
Yes, it's implied in, like, Donkey Kong Country that Cranky is, like, the Donkey Kong from the original arcade game.
Jesus Christ. Yes, that is actually the truth.
Man, I can't handle that truth.
Well, then... Don't know what
Even
to
though I
tell
was
you.
the one that brought it up.
Donkey Kong, you cheap bitch.
Donkey Kong, you cheating bitch.
Kevin doesn't
Is
get
there
my...
something that you would like to tell me, Tim?
I said
Did
cheap.
you and
Cheap.
Cheap. Oh.
Cheap. Cheap, 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 cheap,
I was about to say, like,
cheap.
Tim, did you have a relationship with Donkey Kong and he's a cheater?
I mean, explains why Candy doesn't hang around him too much.
Okay.
Donkey Kong, you cheap bitch. I had to enunciate my P there.
I don't need to know about your pee.
That's my P.
Look, it's Monopic Pterodactyl. This P ain't silent. I feel like that's the worst movie quote I've ever come up with. Movie line that should never be used.
You know, that reminds me of... That makes me think of that bit from Django Unchained when he's talking to the guy at the bar. He's like, do you know why you can't hear a pterodactyl peeing? He's like, why? Because the P is silent.
No, that was the joke I was ripping off of. I didn't know it was from Django Unchained.
It's not, because it's the scene where he's like, Django with a D. The D is silent. And fun fact, the actor he's talking to in that scene, he played a character named Django in another movie. And it's the guy that Django Unchained is named after. That's my point.
Oh.
Yeah. Because there was another Western from the olden days with a character named Django, and he used a minigun, and it was awesome. I'm not doing too hot. I think once I'm done with this, we'll probably end it here.
Alright, well, hold on. I have an idea.
No, you don't.
Can you constantly have the gun out, so if you're about to hit a barrel, you just shoot it? No?
No,
Damn.
because it stops. Hold on, wait. I would have to stop each time to shoot it, but yeah, I should
Okay,
start doing that.
that might not be worth it. But then again, this wave grates are motherfucking, like, physics. Holy sh... My god, they used the cover of my explosion to hide themselves! Just a barrel.
These barrels are sentient.
My god, these barrels are neural net processors, learning computers.
You're a learning computer.
I thank you. That means I will eventually evolve. Holy shit, that was scary.
You know what else is scary? Harvey Weinstein.
He is. But he's also... He's scary for what he's done, but he's also now a pathetic, feeble old man who's going to die in prison. And I feel good about that.
So,
I feel very good about that.
It's no spoiler alert that, like, on the show, we watch a lot of Game Grumps, and sometimes we occasionally, like, will drift into that joke territory. Remember the episode of Dead Space where we made jokes about, like, they're armored now? They're armored now. Yeah, the Game Grumps are on that now. So I guess we've gone so, like, far in the future.
That Kevin, we were referencing Star Wars when we did that.
That?
Yeah, that's a very infamous bit from The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Like, That's what I was saying. I don't think that's, like, it's not that deep.
Yeah, I know. I know, I just find it funny that we started doing that, and then they started doing that, and I was like, is this the Doctor Who thing?
Turn cables.
Looks like we're beating the Game Grumps at their own game. Game Grumps?
It's like
more like Lame Grumps.
It's like the Doctor... Don't. I only pointed this out because I wanted to bring up, like, it's kind of like the Doctor Who alien who, like, starts to mimic you, and then he starts to beat you.
Oh, God, I saw, like, someone talking about that episode. That episode bothers the shit out of me.
Oh,
Is that
no,
the one
it's so fucked up.
with the fat, like, lard alien with people's faces in it?
No. This is different.
See what's going on.
That's the Absorber. That's different. That's
That's
a whole
terrible
episode without the Doctor, actually.
He
just
shows up
focuses
in
on
the
some
last
guy.
2 minutes. It's a terrible episode.
Oh, nice to kick open the door and there's everybody. Looks like you're ready to get the party started.
So I can't remember the actual title, but the episode's kind of like a famous bottle episode from David Tennant's run as the Doctor.
Yeah.
And it's just this fantastic exploration of like paranoia and manipulation and how it turns people against each other.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets trapped on, like, Mars, sees, like, the sun, and then a creature comes out or something.
Well, the creature in question is
great.
completely invisible, but it steals your words to, like, possess you.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I think it's about that time that we end the stream here, ladies and gents.
It's about that time.
In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental middle.
Is it Pump Me Up?
I don't
Yes.
know.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
with that, good night, everybody.
Good night, all.